Let's do this. It feels like Saturday. Alright. Options? Oh shit, I could use controller. I don't think I'm going to. Game options. Subtitles always on. Game tips on, sure. Special features. Boy Scout, private investigator. Let's stick to Boy Scout. I feel like, yeah. 16th of February, 1922, Arkham Asylum.
Now, at my end, I can fully see. My last case opened me a new fear, a real fear, a fear of myself, of what I am, and of what I've always been. All that I was is now lost. Hope, purpose, pleasure, all meaningless. I now walk in the shadows between worlds, and it is there I have finally glimpsed upon what lives in the dark corners of the earth.
He said the name of the game. Hey, what's up, Wild? Uh-oh. 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 I've always wanted to play it. I'm really glad the wheel chose it for me tonight. Not his book of dark poetry, no. Not his lyrics. Okay. Game tips are currently active. I'm fine with that. I'll turn them off if I get tired of them. 6.5 years ago. The true horror of this is that we live in a perpetual flashback. Does this have any ties to that, more recent Call of Cthulhu game that came out? I don't believe it's like a reimagining. I mean, clearly they're based upon the same story, but
Robert, this had better be good. What's the beef?
Sorry, Jack. We had to call. This fellow will only talk to you. Name's Victor Holt.
Don't know any Victor.
He's the leader of this weird cult that moved in here a few months back. Got about 20 followers. They've been causing trouble all over town.
I didn't know if...
Stealing, going through folks' trash, hanging around outside people's homes at all hours. No one ever presses charges.
That one was a remake. I don't think it was.
Bunch. They've got the locals scared.
I guess that's what I was asking.
So tonight, we were just passing, you know, doing the normal rounds. When we heard gunshots fired from their property.
It is a tabletop
gunshots.
RPG.
Hang on there. No one said anything about gunshots. Who have we got out here?
Yeah, just me, Nichols, and a few new recruits.
Well, that's just great. Lead the way, Robert. I better check out this crazy gang of yours.
Just from what the only reason I asked that is because from what I recall of that one when I played it, they started not entirely similarly. Like I didn't start in an asylum per se, but I was.
Jack, we haven't got time to hang around.
Leave me alone. I'm talking to my chat. You see. I thought that maybe. I'm pretty sure I started at a mansion in that one too. I need you to shut up. Listen, you dirty rat.
What's taking him so long? Something must be wrong.
Nothing's wrong. I'm here.
Evening, Jack. Glad you could join the freak show.
How's it looking, Henry?
I don't like this one bit, Jack. Check the alley on the right. Victor Holt's over there in the shadows. He's waiting for you.
Can we trust him?
Nope, but we've got you covered. You better take it slowly, though. They're a bit twitchy.
Okay. How do I RP walk? Uh-oh. Oh, that was me. That was me. I was like, take it slowly. Uh-oh. Philip's shot. Philip's dead. This is going a certain way. Oh. Don't
You recognize me.
Don't.
I don't get it.
Don't shoot me. Can I not go in there?
Empty ammo boxes and spent shells. Nothing useful.
Hang on. Crouch, jump, sneak is shift, which sent me into slow time. Action is S. Oh. Inventory is I. Forwards, backwards is X? Really? Let's put that there. Is that why I kept doing things I didn't mean to? Sneak, crouch. Quick heals H. We'll try that.
Empty ammo boxes and spent shells. Nothing useful. His body is covered in tattoos, and they were carved into his flesh with something sharp.
Probably a tooth.
I can't open it.
This fella's also dead.
Poisoning by the looks of it.
Oh, I've got some madness sinking in.
He's dead. They're all dead. I can't open it.
I think because I'm just looking at dead bodies, I'm starting to go crazy already.
Suicide. Or rather, mass suicide. These nuts had some serious issues.
Celtic Wolf, what's up?
He's dead. They're all dead.
Nothing of interest.
There's a book right there. What are you talking about?
Nope, nothing of interest.
Nothing of interest. Okay.
A diary. This will make interesting reading.
I've picked up my first journal item. Select the book in the interface to study my journal. It may reveal vital clues. When the book icon is grayed out, there are no new entries to read.
It's an old stove.
That's me. Wow. What a fox. Boy, there's a lot going on here. My journal and other written documents picked up during this investigation. September 6th, 1915. I'm doing all right, Celtic Wolf. you know, I'm trying to learn this game because we did this whole spin the wheel thing. And the wheel chose this game. So we're gonna go through it. Not all of it tonight. Like, I maybe got a couple hours left in me. We're gonna get some time in with it though. I'm good though. We finished up, what was it called? Project Nightmares? The Henrietta Kedward thing. We did some Clawy, we played the Horror of Salazar House, and yeah, now we're starting Call of Cthulhu Dark Corners of the Earth. A game I've always wanted to play and just never made the time for. So the wheel is forcing me to make time for it. Evening. I guess I'm becoming a victim of my own success. After closing the last 5 cases so fast, the papers have been calling me a local hero. But I just had a run of lucky hunches. That's all. I'm just another cop doing his job. So there's a disturbance at a local residence. It's probably just a bunch of kids hopped up on moonshine. Why call in a detective? Maybe the uniform boys are sore at being out in this weather, and they want to share the joy with the local hero. It wouldn't be the first good-natured prank I've had to take since those newspaper reports. Dank Memes likes the game. I've heard good things. Yabo's been telling me to play it for years. I don't know though, something doesn't feel right. It's more than just a regular bad feeling. It's hard to explain, but it's strong. I'm probably just tired. Those dreams don't help. I can't remember when I last got a good night's sleep. Must be a month at least. Right about the time I started my run of lucky hunches. The dreams have been getting worse lately. I'm almost afraid to close my eyes. Bourbon helped at first, but not anymore. The lack of sleep must be affecting my nerves. Well, jitters or not, I better get going. All right, read that one. Diary of a Cult Member, August 20th, 1915. We have been watching him now for 2 months. I can feel my anticipation growing as the day of contact draws near. Victor has not yet divulged his final plan for bringing Mr. Walters to us. All I know is that we must succeed. August 24th, 1915. The sermon today was inspiring. Victor enlightened us with a story of the great race, transcending the bounds of time to visit his dreams. Of the conscious things on this earth, and in the ocean depths, we are but servants to a greater design. I can only hope that my faith during these last days will win me favor when our masters step through the gate. August 29th, 1915. The experiments below have claimed one more of our order. Another volunteer is needed, but many are willing. We are truly blessed through our faithful service, now that his coming grows so close. September 3rd, 1915. The preparations are complete and Victor's plan is in motion. He will arrive soon. Surely by now, he must suspect his true nature, or at least question the nature of his gifts. Uh-oh. September 6th, 1915, he has come. Finally, it begins. Mythos, tomes, and manuscripts. I got nothing yet. And I'm kind of going insane. I'm kind of going a little crazy. I got some issues, and we need to get out of here. Need to stop looking at dead bodies. And, like, get out of here.
Don't shoot.
We've been expecting you, Mr. Walters.
Oh!
Damn, he recognized me. And it sounded like he was going to get on the level with what's going on in this joint. A key. Good come in handy. He's dead.
I've picked up an inventory item. Open the interface. Sure. Highlight the item, click on it to use it with a character, an object, or even by itself.
Looks like a bad case of lead poisoning.
You think? A little jittery. This game's a little jittery. I was warned that it may have some stability issues. I'm banking on the GOG version working well. Well enough to play it, you know? Copper key with an S engraved on it. Okay. Let's keep looking around.
It won't open. It won't budge. It won't open.
I need a key.
The shelves have collapsed and spilled books all over the floor.
But I feel like this is going to play out like my time with Clive Barker's Undying, which is to say I'm going to love it. Ooh.
It looks like an eye, but the rest of the painting has no real shape.
Oh, shit. We got a clock. I don't know if we're going to fulfill the baby in this.
It's locked.
I mean...
The key doesn't fit. It's unlocked.
Is that a picture of me?
I don't understand. I'm in all of these photos.
It's a lot of pictures of me.
All of them. There must be some kind of mistake. Why would they want me here? It must be an old case. Something I've forgotten. Some screwball with a grudge, maybe. Think. I've gotta think.
I've got a drink. Drink. I've got a drink.
What the hell is going on? It seems they've been tracking my movements. Another key. This should fit the door across the hall.
How is it that, like, some of these pictures, especially in, like, 1912, were taken and I had zero idea? You know what I mean?
It's unlocked. For nutcases, they seem quite literate.
Somebody's having a good time over there. Somebody's having like a lust for darkness good time over there.
It appears to be a private study area.
Like a really good
There are
time.
definitely some strange sounds coming from this side of the room.
Do you think? What the hell?
Shit, that did not sound good.
Uh-oh.
Well, that's just swell.
Yeah, that's not great. The moaning seems to have stopped, which means,
He's dead. The beam must have fallen and crushed his skull.
like, I have a concern in my gut, very similar to, like, the first time I ever saw Pulp Fiction. Okay, the concern grows. Because there's dead bodies.
Dead bodies, and plenty of them. Something dreadful has been going on down here.
Do you think?
In all my time on the job, I've never seen anything like this before.
Is there a man named Buck here? Buck.
It looks like the bodies have been mutilated. If my instincts are right, I'd say they've been experimenting on each other.
Is there a man named Buck here? Please come to the front of the
The stench in here is sickening.
The room.
Most of these corpses have been here a while. From the markings, he must have been one of their own. I wonder if he volunteered.
It's Buck Cussler here. You have some splaining to do.
Seems like these cabinets are used for storing chemicals and medical equipment. Seems like these cabinets are used for storing chemicals and medical equipment.
Or ketchup and mustard. Your choice. I think I found him. Wow.
Good God, what the hell is all this?
Now I want to watch The Void. Holy sh! Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Ah, it's too hot to pick up.
Brain, intestines, kidneys, lungs, stomach, heart. This is a lot.
I've never seen equipment like this before.
This is a lot. This is a lot. Do I even want to press this button? Do I want to...
Oh, shit. I'm not touching it again.
Ooh, we just killed that guy. I guess you're cool with that. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's,
His stomach stopped moving. His lungs have stopped ventilating. His heart has stopped.
Yeah, you killed him.
His brain stopped moving. His intestines have stopped moving. His kidneys have stopped moving.
Boy, I'm good at identifying stuff.
This tunnel feels like it's gonna collapse at any moment.
But hang on, wait.
Looks like some sort of generator for the machinery in this room. There's no power.
Can I take this now?
The machine must have overloaded. He's dead.
But take the...
The crystal's still warm.
Okay. I wish he would have chosen a more flowery word, like undulating. His brain no longer undulates, you know? Oh. Oh. For me?
There's no power.
Well, I've got a crystal that says otherwise.
It looks like something's been removed from it.
So
It's a similar shape to the slot upstairs.
you literally...
It looks like something's been removed from it.
Yeah, no, I want to watch The Void now. That was so fucking cool! Diary of Jack Walters, 6th of February, 1922.
been more than 6 years since I entered that strange house in Boston. But to me, it was just 5 months ago. Amnesia, the doctors called it, probably brought on by acute mental stress. I remember investigating the far side of the library. There was screaming. According to the police report, they had searched the house for hours, only to find me later collapsed on the floor. When my eyes opened and I spoke, my colleagues recoiled in fear. There was something unnatural in my voice and blank gaze.
It doesn't sound like it went away
They
either.
committed me to Arkham Asylum, where I was diagnosed with severe schizophrenia. As it became clear that I presented no danger to either myself or others, I was released from the asylum's care. I have learned little of my activities in the 6 years that followed. The accounts I've been able to piece together show much of my time was spent in travel and study. I maintained a fanatical infatuation with the occult, delving deep into volumes concerning witch cults and dark legends, often in languages unfamiliar to my own. When I reawakened 5 months ago, exactly 6 years after entering that house in Boston, no trace was left of what had been a secondary personality. I was myself again, or at least what I believed myself to be. Return to normal life has been a painful process.
I bet.
In recent days, my dreams have been plagued by cosmic landscapes, and I've become fearful of my own reflection. I am beginning to remember things from that day, more than 6 years past, that I've told no one else.
What up, Max Blank?
Jack Walters.
Hello, Mr. Walters. My name's Arthur Anderson. I need your help finding a missing person.
I don't take that kind of job.
Did you get my package?
Hold on.
This is my first first playthrough. It's kind of been on my list for a while. What up, old school Englander? Ron Gina, thanks for 20 months.
What exactly do you
Countdown,
want from me, Mr.
countdown.
Anderson?
It's one of my store managers, you see. Brian's his name. Brian Burnham. Nice lad. He disappeared recently from the First National grocery store in Innsmouth.
Innsmouth? Never heard of it.
It's a small fishing town on the coast, not far from Arkham. I'd like to see you in person before you leave.
Hold on there a minute. I didn't agree to take this what the hell? I'll be here all day anyway.
Oh yeah, I guess I could change the Devil's Bajinga magic, because we went through a couple of games like that already. Night 1. There we go. February. I'm not adverse to some backseating, just because some of the it's a little antiquated, and I have a tendency to get lost on a normal day. So for this particular one, I don't mind a little light backseating. As long as there's no spoilers, I'm good. These are more story-based anyways. I just don't want the story spoiled. Really it. Okay, February 6, 1922. I have a new client, Mr. Arthur Anderson, the regional manager of the First National grocery store chain. It appears that the First National grocery in Innsmouth was recently burglarized, and its manager, one Brian Burnham, is missing. From what I've been able to gather, Burnham is something of a young rogue. A friend of the family, Mr. Anderson, gave him the job as a favor. Before I continue, so I called it the Devil's Bajinga Magic because I have this video that's, well...
Do you want to look this good? You could have looked this good yesterday. Do you want to look this good? If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers? You could have looked this good yesterday if you bought Jade's official line of official DBH merchandise. Do you want to look this good? You could have looked this good yesterday. I don't know. I don't know, Daddy. Well,
yes, Daddy.
What are you waiting for? Do you want to look this good? You're trying to sell shirts. Do you want to look this good? They're good shirts. They're not great shirts. They're good shirts, right? Okay, so think about them like this. Well, what are you waiting for? Will you stutter, Jimmy? Then get up in there with the devil's vagina magic. Do you want to look this good? There, those 1,000 thinkers were thinking. You could have looked this good yesterday if you bought Jade's official line of official DBH merchandise. It's like Fashion Souls with less tears, more passion. Do you want to look this good?
Because I couldn't write the word vagina in the title of the stream, so I had to say Devil's Bajinga Magic. It's a callback. How's it going? Okay. Burnham is something of a young rogue, from what I've gathered. Old school Englander, thanks for gifting a sub to buy my merch, please. Do the yeah. Do the thing. Do that. Also, thank you. Okay, a friend of the family, Mr. Anderson, gave him the job as a favor. Burnham is looking like the prime suspect for the robbery, but there are a few things that don't add up. Not to Anderson and not to me. For instance, why would Burnham force an entry into the store when he had a full set of keys, free access to the cash register, and the combination to the back office safe? To misdirect any investigation? If that was his plan, why did he disappear? Following my conversation with Mr. Anderson, I found out what I could about the ancient town of Innsmouth. For generations, the crumbling seaport and its people have been shunned by neighboring communities. Outsiders are unwelcome there, and there are superstitious tales of a strange element in the town's oldest families. They are of mixed blood, so the stories go. Whatever that's supposed to mean, the usual Hicktown prejudice, no doubt. After making a brief visit to Innsmouth, my client came away distrustful of the local authorities. He isn't buying their line that Burnham robbed the place and wants to know what's happened to him. You hit call instead of... Oh. You tried to call me? You missed a call from Fizz that lasted a few seconds. Oh. That's okay. I didn't hear it. Only one bus goes to Innsmouth, and tomorrow afternoon I'll be on it. I feel good to have a purpose after 5 months of trying to break through my amnesia. I also feel a little apprehensive. Maybe it's the wild stories about the town, or maybe it's just because I haven't had a case in so long. You don't expect the reader to... Oh. Never mind. The solid state is doing work. 7th of February, 1922. I hope you're good, Fizz. This is the GOG version.
Driver,
it's the GOG
how
version.
Far stop?
It's almost there. I'll drop you at the town square of Innsmouth.
Why lock the gates?
Keeps out wanderers looking for work. We don't want those folks like that interfering with our affairs.
Is the bus from Arkham always this empty?
Aye, and we prefers it that way. Not many come to Innsmouth.
But what about trade? Surely the port needs business.
Innsmouth has the means to look after her own. This is it, stranger. End of the line.
I think that, yeah, he's an Innsmouther, so he's part fish. Hey, bud. So I did play the newer games of this ilk. I played the newer Call of Cthulhu, and I played The Sinking City. I loved The Sinking City. I would love to replay that. I really liked both of them. That's kind of where this one came into my
Nothing of interest.
into my realm to play.
A dusty assortment of old books.
I also just love old games like this. There's something magical about games from this era, even though they're all sorts of dated. Hello.
Evening.
Hi.
My name's Jack Walters. I'm just visiting.
You don't say, sir. Gilman. Charlie Gilman. I run this here hotel of an evening.
You got any rooms?
I'd not rightly know that for sure. All habits cleaning rooms at present. Them's from out of town can leave a horrid mess.
Talking to this fellow's getting me nowhere.
Yeah.
And he's more than a touch creepy. If I need a room and I'm desperate, then I'll come back.
I mean, I don't think you've got anything to worry about, man. I think you'll be okay.
It won't open.
Backdoor key for First National Grocery Store. I guess that's kind of where we're going. I'm completely unable to recall what led to my confinement in the Arkham Asylum or what happened to the 6 years between my 2 visits there. They tell me I had some kind of personality change that night in Boston. They watched me for a while, decided I wasn't dangerous, and let me go. After 6 years, I switched back just as mysteriously. They admitted me again, found nothing wrong, and here I am. Among the personal effects they returned to me is a leather-bound journal. Perhaps it will tell me what I've forgotten. Looking through the journal, all I can find is my life as a police detective. There's no hint of any illness or mental strain or anything else that could explain my change of personality or the equally sudden recovery that still baffles my doctors. However, a number of pages have been torn from the journal. Who did it or why, I can't tell. Did I destroy them myself to suppress some horrific memory? Or did the asylum staff judge their contents detrimental to my treatment? I was part of my life erased. What is it that I can't remember, and who wants it to stay forgotten? Is it a precaution to protect my sanity, or the key to something I need? Collation of general evidence. 20th of August, enlightened or duped inside Boston's strangest church. I'm not in Boston, no. Those of our readers who live near its headquarters in an ordinary-looking Boston residence will need no introduction to the Fellowship of Yith, or whatever the cult's name is. The Fellowship of Yith. Ugh. For those who have not encountered this mysterious semi-religious group before, a few words of explanation are necessary. Since our country's founding upon the basis of religious freedom, its shores have been home to many small religious groups outside the mainstream. No small numbers are headquartered in the states of New England, where the pilgrims themselves sought a new world free of religious persecution. That's what I said, Balsa. But the question must be asked, at what point does a religion become a cult, and its trusting adherents, not to mention its blameless neighbors, become victims? That is the question this journal poses in regard to the Fellowship of Yith. In a month-long investigation, our intrepid reporters have diligently sought out the truth behind this so-called church. Its origins are somewhat mysterious. The more so since the group's leaders declined to be interviewed or to assist our investigation in any way. However, it seems that the Fellowship was founded more than 20 years ago by one Victor Holt, based on a revelation he had received from beyond the confines of this world. Holt has not been seen for almost 6 years. His followers apparently believe that he is communing with the mysterious powers behind his faith, and that he is shortly to return with new insights and teachings. All this sounds like a harmless, if eccentric, spiritual group, little different from many others. However, those who make their homes near the Fellowship's headquarters tell a different, more sinister story. The adherents of this obscure sect are to be found loitering on street corners, casting menacing glances at their innocuous neighbors and frequently engaging in acts of petty crime, which the local police seem powerless to prevent or redress. Strange lights have been observed burning in the windows of the old house at all hours of the day and night. They change color unpredictably and cast weird, unintelligible shadows. This is also what it's like to live near a streamer. Even more disturbing are the noises which have been heard to issue from within the mysterious building. They include chanting, unearthly music, and worst of all, screams like those of lost souls in agony. This is what it's like to live near this streamer, like me. Many of the sect's neighbors are convinced that its services include human sacrifice or similar atrocities. This is where we differ. I'm just playing video games. Those few who dared complain to the police were told that because the house is private property and because there is no concrete evidence of any wrongdoing, the most they can do is file a noise complaint. Are the horrors of Salem being reenacted in our city more than 2 centuries on? Is the Fellowship of Yith engaging in unspeakable and criminal acts of worship involving torture and sacrifice? Why is nothing being done to ease the fear and distress they cause to the local community? A source within the police department speaking on the condition of anonymity tells the Globe that the Fellowship is suspected of involvement in a number of local crimes, but so far the lack of evidence and the reluctance of nervous witnesses to come forward have thwarted any official investigation. Very well, we say. Where the police cannot or will not investigate, the Globe shall continue to act in the interest of Boston's citizens, fearlessly exposing the truth about the so-called church and its followers. Our findings will be published in these pages over the following months, so that all may know the truth. Editor's note, it is with great sorrow that the Globe announces the death of reporter Howard Addlestone, who was leading the paper's investigation into the Fellowship of Yig when he apparently drowned in Boston Harbor. The coroner has ruled his death a suicide. Our condolences go out to his family. Great. All right. I think that was like a typo by the person who not like game. Like, it was a typo by the guy, the editor, because he didn't care about the story. I don't know. Grocery store robbed, manager missing. Thieves have robbed the First National grocery store in Innsmouth, breaking down the door and forcing open the cash register. The newly appointed manager, Mr. Brian Burnham, has been missing since shortly before the robbery. This is a very disturbing turn of events, said Mr. Arthur Anderson, First National's regional manager from his Arkham office. Man, now I need to drink. Or the editor is like somehow in on it. I don't know. This branch had only recently opened, and First National Grocery had high hopes for its success given the general lack of modern stores and amenities in Innsmouth. The robbery is a definite setback, and more worrying still is the fact that the branch manager remains unaccounted for. Innsmouth authorities could not be reached for comment. Please read the entirety of Chapter 1 and don't worry about everyone judging me. Oh, I never do. I don't give a shit. Everyone will listen to me and enjoy it. And if they don't, you know, they can go sit on it. Okay, so let's do some walking here.
It won't budge.
Hi.
I'm looking for Brian Burnham.
Sorry, stranger. I can't help you.
Why you looking so shifty, you see? What's with the light inside of your mouth, you see?
Coming, snooping around with ain't wanted.
Sir?
Do you
Sir?
know the Burnham lad? He worked in the First National.
Please stop bothering me, stranger.
Okay, all right.
It won't budge.
Be cautious when sneaking past enemies to avoid detection. Keep in cover. Whenever possible, stick to shadows, move slowly, and keep as low as possible. Is he an enemy? Should I be worried? Is Lurch my enemy? I think I can ease up on the clawy spam. Sorry about it. I had to leave it active. But also, you know, we're trying to reach... Ah!
Stop! You can't come down there.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
The police clearly don't want me snooping around. I need to be more careful.
I think I can do this. We're trying to reach 40. Trying to reach that 40 goal by next Thursday. That's the... Okay, so what I think is he's gonna turn around and then I can go... Sir, would you walk the other... There you go.
It's unlocked.
Oh shit, yeah. Objects that can be pushed will have left scratch marks on the floor. You won't be able to move the object if the door passes next. If the door it passes next to is open. Okay. Got it.
These shelves look light enough to push.
Nice, dude.
Assorted paperwork, but nothing of any real interest.
Watch out for medical boxes. They contain all the treatments needed to patch up injuries. You can apply treatments. The way I start... Okay, between how the alert came in and the phrase, watch out, I thought they were telling me to watch out for medical boxes like they were harmful. That's where I'm at right now. That's where I'm at 3 in the morning.
Nothing of interest here.
I think this is going to be a fun time.
Can't see anything of use. Nothing of interest. It won't open. Looks like the door was forced open, and there's scratch marks on the wood.
I see that.
There's a bottle of bootleg rum and a wooden handle.
Great.
A typewriter. Invoices and receipts. Nothing of interest. Nope, nothing important here. Stock reminders and general notices. Nothing of interest.
Okay, I don't think there's anything else. Uh-oh. I gotta fucking go.
It won't budge. The glass has been broken, and there's scratch marks on the wood. Strange.
Go.
Why would Brian force entry when he had a set of keys?
We need to go, sir!
Why would someone break in through the front?
Uh-oh!
What they doing snooping around here? Get out!
Gah!
What have you got there? Trying to take evidence from the scene? Hand them over.
Aw, dude, no! I'm gonna have to redo that.
That alley leads around the back of the First National.
Hey, Trey! Hang on. Thank you for the raid. I have this thing set up so that chat can help me greet raiders. If they could, you know, like, go do that. Just Jumo! Thanks for gifting a sub to A-Trey. Welcome back. Rise! Rise! Thank you, that was beautiful. Appreciate it. How's it going, A-Trey? How was your stream? What were you up to? We are playing Call of Cthulhu, Dark Corners of the Earth. We finished up a game called Project Nightmares, Case 36 Henrietta Kedward earlier. We also played some Clawy, which is this, I did a sponsored thing for Clawy, a digital, or not a digital, but a virtual claw machine. Kind of cool. I won a tiger. We also played the Horror of House Salazar, and then we played it. We spun the wheel. We spun the wheel, and the wheel chose this, which I'm excited about. So yeah, welcome on in. How was your stream? What were you up to tonight? I gotta do a sneak. Uh-oh. Is this the beheaded statue of Jedediah Springfield? Actually, it is, I think. Started Until Dawn. Because the Dark Pictures thing comes out next week.
I told you already. Stop your snooping around.
Pretty excited about that myself. It's been a long time since I've played Until Dawn.
Damn. I need to be more careful.
Hey, Quick of the Spell, welcome back. Thank you for the 4 months. Every time I think of Until Dawn, sorry if you're here to watch this game, I promise I am intending to play it. I just stop and talk to the stream sometimes. Every time, can I find it with the quickness is the question. I have this really old screenshot of Trav when he was playing Until Dawn. It was before we got together. I'm pretty sure I can find this relatively quickly. It's got a goofy name. We're getting there. We're getting closer. We're almost there. I found Tits and Me Mario. I wish I could show it to you. It's great. There it is. I found it. I did it. I did it in time. This was like 2 years before we got together. Anyway, have a good one, Side. Have a good one. The twins, the hen, they're me. It's a me. Anyway, yeah, welcome in. Thanks for the raid. I appreciate it very much. I play a lot of horror games, weird games. I mean, I love all kinds of games, but I really cherish horror games and kind of older games. Okay. Push this in front. I think I'm gonna have to hide. I just don't know where I'm gonna hide. Or it's this door.
It won't open.
It won't open. I'm gonna have to hide. I'm gonna have to hide from that guy.
There's a bottle of bootleg rum and a wooden handle.
What up, ubiquitous Swedish fish? Are you kidding?
What's they doing snooping around here? Get out!
He was...
Them things don't belong to you.
He's real
I'll be
fast,
taking them
man.
back.
Son of a bitch.
Tormentum Dark. So I actually haven't played. It's on my list. It's always been on my list. I've kept up like a massive list of to-play games. Man, he came at me real fast. I'm gonna take a look around before I grab that bottle, I guess. Anyway, yeah, welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. I am skinnedteen. If that wasn't evident, what other dumb, obvious things can I say? I am a cartoon. Hang on. I, did a sponsored stream for Clawy tonight. Exclamation point Clawy. I fart glitter. Yeah, that's happening. What else? We're playing a horror game, or so we think, maybe? We've only got one thing checked off this list. Did we hear a phone earlier? I'm not sure. There's a lot that goes on here.
There's a bottle of bootleg rum and a wooden
I said
handle.
I was going to look around, and I didn't do that.
The store appears to have been doing quite well under Brian.
What if I hide here? Phone was gotten? Okay, we just need a baby. We just need a baby. He knows every time.
They're doing snooping around here. Get out!
All right.
What have you got there? Trying to take evidence from the scene? Hand them over.
All right. All right.
The police clearly don't want me
Oh, that's
snooping
right. I
around.
also carry
need to be more
guns
careful.
sometimes. Damn it. I pulled it out yesterday. Max came in here and he was like, I want to shoot a gun, and I was like, whoa. Well, I mean, okay, but whatever. I'm cool enough, Mickey, but thank you. What's this way? Maybe there's other... What? Maybe there's some other stuff I need to be looking at.
The door's bolted shut.
Oh.
Nope, nothing of interest.
Glocktober. Well, you know, I'm gonna start saying that. Welcome to Glocktober, motherfucker. Welcome to the stream. But then, what we really need to do for Glocktober is... Hang on. Hang on. It's gonna be fixed. We just take this, we move it over a little bit, and then we go whoop, and then we're like, yeah, that's it right there. There it is. Okay, where's my buddy? Where's my buddy? There he is. I'm gonna need him to go that way. Okay. I made a mistake. Yeah. I'm gonna have to work on that. I'm not ready yet. Where did he go? Oh shit. He went far and beyond. I wasn't ready. There we go. We're back in business. Trauma films a month would be great. I am intending on doing my normal Halloween movie marathon. I just need to make sure that I'm not doing the Scarathon in the middle of that. So I'm gonna make sure my dates don't conflict. Can I move something else in the way? Maybe that's part of it.
The till's empty. Nope, nothing of interest. It won't open. It won't budge.
It's attributed.
This makes no sense.
That's an homage to my brilliance. The brilliance that actually poured a bunch of salt instead of sugar into my coffee yesterday.
It won't budge.
I'm smart.
These scratch marks look like they were made by some kind of animal. The glass has been broken, and there's scratch marks on the wood. Strange. Why would Brian force entry when he had a set of keys?
I'm wondering if I'm not supposed to get this door open somewhere else before coming this way. Because that's the only thing that really makes sense to me. It was too much. It was too much salt. You can put like a really small amount of salt in, like, I do this with French press to just kind of curb the bitterness, but I don't do it very often. It's really only when I do French press. I'm talking like I didn't realize I was putting like a spoonful of salt in my coffee instead of just a spoonful of sugar. I don't put a lot of sugar in my coffee, but it was still too much. That's a good idea. The keys on the doors. I don't have them anymore. Morphine. I don't know why they would... the only thing I can think is that is just something that they brought up for the purpose of telling me it's a mechanic that exists. But... I can try this again. My assumption, however, is that he's going to come straight to where I'm at again. And that what I'm gonna need to do is, get another door open. But I get a crank.
There's a bottle of bootleg rum and a wooden handle.
The wooden handle for lifting trap doors. Oh shit.
It looks like I need some sort of lifting handle to get it open.
Go! Absolutely brilliant.
Whoever's down there, you can rock.
Okay. I'll remember that. Thanks. Got another book.
It looks like a diary. It's gotta have some clues.
How's my health looking? Okay, enough. A bottle of bootleg rum. Diary of Brian Burnham. Well, I agree with the locals on one thing. I shouldn't be stuck in this miserable excuse for a town. I can see why nobody comes here, that's for sure. Another slow day at the store. At first, I thought people were staying away because First National isn't local, but I haven't seen anyone go into any of the other stores either. Come to that. I haven't seen the other stores open for business. This place is deader than dead. Still, it won't be long before I'm out of here. Before we're both out of here. She's the one good thing about Innsmouth. We'll bust open Old Man Waite's safe, take a car, and then it's New York City. Bright lights, nightlife, everything. I'll show her all of it. I don't think it's gonna happen. Call me crazy. But maybe. Tricky, tricky, tricky. Oh. Wow, shit. Wasn't expecting that.
The cellar's filled with human remains.
Oh my god!
These people must have died a long time ago. There must have been a fire down here.
Quit looking at him. You're going crazy.
Various chemicals and apparatus for developing photographs.
Oh, I recognize this. This is that back alley. Okay.
Old photos of Innsmouth. Most of them have faded beyond recognition. Perfect.
The moment with the hatch was a game-breaking bug at some point. You couldn't drop down because you still... Wow, damn. Yeah, I think that's a big reason I chose the GOG version. I figured whatever was broken was probably fixed. Okay, watch out for ammo pickups. Ammo will always carry across to the next chapter, but the quantity you can carry for each weapon is capped. The interface shows the total rounds you're carrying, including those in the gun. Do I have a gun?
The old printing press appears to have been sabotaged. General notices. They're all dated 1846. Nothing of interest here.
Nothing of interest here.
Holy shit!
Well, that's of interest. It's not good, though. What the fuck is this angle? What? Was she not a... Wait a minute. Whatever.
It's not important.
But that box looks important.
Nothing of interest.
Oh.
From the stench in here, this noose broad must have kicked it a few months back.
Noosed broad. You see? Some doors you encounter will be bolted on one side. Action the bolt to unlock or lock the door. Door bolts can come in useful when escaping from enemies. Okay, I'm gonna keep that in mind. I'm not ready to go through there yet.
It won't budge.
Okay, I'm ready to go through there, I guess.
Hello, Jack.
Oh, Jesus.
Do I know you?
Christ.
Lucas Mackey. Sorry to startle.
You look
Innsmouth
familiar.
doesn't get a lot of visitors. New names spread fast. What are you doing in town, Jack? Hear about the missing Burnham boy?
Not bad. I'm a private detective. My client's a friend of the Burnhams.
Seen the latest press from Arkham? Your boy's been quite busy.
What about you, Mackie? You're obviously not a local. What's your business in town?
True enough, Jack. Nothing too exciting, I'm sorry to say. I'm a government factory inspector.
Yeah, I think he's
They
modeled
posted
after
me in
Lovecraft.
this rotten hole to check over the old Marsh refinery. Speaking of which, I've got an appointment with the manager, Jacob Marsh.
Okay, maybe I'll catch you later. That's the first friendly face I've seen in this damn town. But I've been in this business long enough to know he's hiding something.
Okay, I think I gotta be careful here.
It won't open.
I think, isn't that? Yeah, that's on Origin. GOG has a lot of really good old shit. I was trying to check the bot because I am affiliated with them, and I don't know why there's no bot command for it. I have absolutely no idea. I'll make sure it's in here, though. There was at some point. I feel like it got bumped. Or, like, deleted.
thing.
What the fuck? So the driver was just threatening the dude that I was speaking on the, well, that wasn't the driver. I thought it was the driver. What is this? What is... Hello?
This town's deserted. Where is everybody?
I can just turn around and leave.
Okay. What about your friend in there? I want to speak to your friend. This guy.
Where is everybody? It's very quiet.
It's getting late, outsider. Folks who know what's good for them are safely bolted in their homes by now.
These odd-looking folks seem pretty hostile.
Fog's
They don't
thick
want to talk
tonight.
to strangers.
Damp enough to put out a fella's smokes.
Hello? Okay. I'm gonna go down this way.
It's locked. It's locked. It must lead to the back of the variety store.
Didn't I have a key for that, though? I used it, I think. Or that cop took it from me. Esoteric Order of Dagon.
It won't open.
I saw that. I have a shadow.
The sign says, Innsmouth Poorhouse, in memory of Lady Warnes.
What's the grand building across the square?
That's the old Masonic temple. Not that the Masons use it no more.
Okay.
Why? Who uses it now?
Them said it take grave offense at strangers asking too many questions.
It's like the regional kind of accent of Innsmouth, in this game, at least.
It won't open.
Excuse me, Constable. Jack Walters.
Robes. Alien robes. What you want?
Could you help out a stranger to this fine port?
Are you being funny?
No.
No, not at all. I'm looking for a Brian Burnham. He works locally, in the First National grocery store.
Innsmouth don't take too kindly to them from out of town. Get lost, stranger.
We don't take kindly to your pods around here. Okay.
That fellow was just stringing me along with a lot of nothing about nothing.
Yeah.
It won't budge.
Can't talk to that guy.
This statue commemorates the men who fought in the Revolutionary War.
Innsmouth, to her sons who died for liberty, 1775 to 1781. Calm down, Skeeter. Ain't hurt nobody.
Something's coming. Ain't seen fog like this since...
What you doing, you son of a bitch?
These posters are everywhere. It won't open.
I don't know if there's anything else I need to do around here. I'm just gonna walk around. Get a lay of the land.
It won't budge. It won't open.
It won't open. It won't budge. See you later.
It won't budge.
I need a key. Jammed.
A bold, brave crew in an ocean blue, and a ship that loves the lives, with a good wine piping with a good windpipe in early in the tall and gallant mass.
I love this guy.
My boys, these are the joys of the noble and the brave, who love a life in the tempest strife, in the home of the mountain wave.
Hi.
And the driving rain of the hurricane puts the lights of the lighthouse out. And the growling thunder sounds his gong, and the whirlwinds battle out. Ha! Who's that there? Oh, can you spare a few pennies, young mister? I can give you something for your generosity.
Who are you?
Zadok, that be my name, though too few use it now. Zadok
It did kind of come out like...
You know a Brian Burnham?
Just a
like it was a pinhole, you know?
Worked over the store. And
he was pushing hard.
Killed, I reckon.
Killed? What makes you think that?
Them's from out of town running a store. Taking business from the Order of Dagon. They'd not accept that.
What else can you tell me about this port?
You just bring old Zadok a bottle of something nice, and old Zadok will fill your ears.
Alright.
The timbers creak and the sea birds shriek.
It won't budge.
Young blast.
It won't
Hard
budge.
to leave what ma-
If you pardon my asking, have you lived here in this port
Let me
all
hear
your
him
life?
again.
Last 37 years in old lady Warren's house. Before that, over by fishing cannery. Cannery.
You tried.
Old Lady Warren's? You live in the town poorhouse?
Go and fetch me a bottle of something to wet old Zadok's whistle.
Oh, I've got him.
And I'll tell you all.
You don't need any more, but I've got you.
Why, you're uncommonly kind, young feller. Here be a little something of gratitude that might help you in your search.
Man, that is somebody that drunk wanting more. I quit drinking several years ago. That makes me nauseous. Blech. Blech.
Ah, now you be calling me crazy. Like them that's there rumoring in Ankrum and Ipswich. But old Zadok's seen all manner of wicked things since before you was born. Old Captain Obed where it all began. Telling desperate folks they'd order get better gods. Them's that would answer their prayers.
Didn't the Christian folk of Innsmouth object to such blasphemy?
Aye, they did. It were around 46 that many folks in town were done with Obed and his ways. And all that wild preaching and too many missing.
There we go.
You see.
Now you can see a little bit better.
A party of good folk followed Captain Obed's crowd out to the reef. Shots were fired. Next day, Obed and 30 of his followers were in jail.
Hey, thanks for the bits.
And for weeks all were quiet. Till that artful night of 46. Them's out outside reckon out it being a riot. But I'd seen them. Swarms of them.
Look, old man.
So you saw a bunch of cultists
To these fishing tales.
on the water?
Was a massacre. The jail thrown open. Mounds of the dead and the dying. Shooting, screaming and shouting all across the town square.
Oh.
Come morning, the mess was cleaned up. Old Obed and his family takes charge, they did.
Papa Requiem, thank you for the bits as well.
To keep shy as strangers if we were knowing what was good for us.
Zadok, who did all this? Who did all?
Said the old captain was now deeper in debt to his heathen gods.
What?
They were hankering for more than just sacrifice. Obed told folks they had to take the oaths of Dagon.
Okay.
What the hell are these oaths?
You just that old waste about oaths of Dagon. Aye, he take the third oath. Just head over to his hole in the dark street. Then you'll see, for definite.
He's given me a key to the town poorhouse. It could come in handy.
Okay, so we gotta go hit up, we gotta go hit that up.
It won't budge. It's just a trash can. Nothing of interest.
The first rule of Dagon, you don't talk about Dagon. Madam, hello.
Mr. Walters, I must speak with you.
It's Jack. And is there anyone in Innsmouth who doesn't know my name?
My name's Rebecca Lawrence, and unless you want to join Innsmouth's long list of missing, I'd urge you to follow me.
Missing, huh? Like Burnham?
Of that, I'm not sure. You'd be better off asking the Billingham's daughter, Ruth. She was dating Brian.
What? Who's Ruth?
Quickly, you have to follow me. It's not wise to be seen talking to outsiders. Jack, Innsmouth is a strange place. There are things that have no business being here. Foul, reeking things.
Strange. Trust me, I'm good with strange.
That remains to be seen, but I can help you. My father discovered this strange sign while studying an old manuscript. It seems to ward off the more unusual elements in Innsmouth.
Oh shit.
Whenever you find one, you can use it to find a moment of sanctuary. Now, I must leave before we're seen together.
So that's like a save point, maybe?
I've seen that eye-like symbol somewhere before, but never surrounded by a star.
He's on the ground now. That is a save point. Nice. Perfect. That's great because it's almost 4 o'clock in the morning and I'm feeling like I'm getting ready to wrap it up. It's been about 8 hours of the stream. And this seems like a good place to kind of stop here. But I'm thinking, I'm trying to think of the next time I'm gonna touch this. It might not actually be until next Friday. Come to think.